welcome Ron Shuffield, President and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, EWM Realty, to Lifestyles Plus. With offices in Miami-Dade, Broward, and now Palm Beach County, Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, EWM, is one of the nation's leading luxury real estate firms who for over 50 years has been a definite luxury leader in the South Florida market. Welcome, Ron.
Thank you, Olga.
50 years, that's just amazing.
Yes, we are very fortunate. We had three founders, all ladies that founded our company in 1964.
And that's why it's been so successful.
Absolutely.
And you wouldn't say otherwise.
That's right.
Ron, let's talk about just when COVID hit and how the economy got hit. How did it affect the real estate market in South Florida? And yet, I also hear about a boom. So talk to me about that.
Well, initially, I would never forget, it was March the 13th when everything closed down.
No one forgot that day.
We actually were at a convention with our parent company, Berkshire Hathaway, and we were flying back home on the 12th. And then the next morning, they said, okay, everything's shutting down. And so we thought, oh my goodness, we're going back into the recession again. We didn't really know what would happen. And we thought, well, this will take maybe 90 days, but it's not going to be good. And of course, we prepared for the worst. And then we were surprised with an explosion of new activity.
And the real estate market has exploded. Talk to me about that explosion and where we at.
Well, we were fortunate that South Florida was already beginning to grow. The tax changes that took place in 2017 started bringing a lot of people our way, especially the more affluent people, and especially from the Northeast. And the different tax structure in the Northeast in comparison to South Florida was significant. So people were realizing that, gee, not only can we save a lot of money now in taxes, but we can enjoy all this wonderful weather. And a lot of their friends were starting to move. So they were already starting to move our direction. So the pandemic just accelerated that.
In what way and why? People wanted to come and?
They wanted to come and they wanted to purchase because they knew that the values in comparison to where they were coming from were in many cases half price. And so they would come down and look at our properties and go, oh my gosh, we can buy two of these homes for the price of one that we have wherever we're coming from.
And I heard and I saw and I just kept on watching as things were just going like this.
Yes.
I mean, it was just...
And it's still doing that.
I know.
That's right.
And there's hardly any inventory, if you will.
Well, that's a challenge we have today, but it's a good challenge.
It's a good challenge.
And we are beginning to see a little bit more inventory coming into the marketplace because a lot of our sellers are recognizing that, gee, this is maybe the best time for me to sell.
I know a lot of people who have actually sold and are actually renting because it was just the time to let it go.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people have made significant gains on their investments. So.
Where do we go from here now?
Well, we're a condo community. We have been for a decade or more now. Beautiful condos all along the coastline and the interior parts of both Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County. So what we're seeing now is that our development community is gearing up very rapidly to start building more condos. And single-family homes, we don't have a whole lot of vacant land left, but we have a lot of homes in areas that can be improved. So people are improving, they're tearing homes down completely, building brand new homes. But the condominium is the big story for the moment that we're in right now as we wrap up 2021 and go into 22. And what we're seeing now with the number of people that are a number of developers that are beginning to develop, we're going to have some nice new supply coming. We're signing a lot of pre-construction contracts right now. I just signed 2 yesterday in one of our new high-rise buildings in downtown Miami. One for $2.5 million, one for $3.5 million. So those are the kind of numbers that we're seeing now.
To be honest, I mean, I am a South Florida girl, but I've always said there's always a place here in South Florida for anyone to come to. And I just see it more and more as the years go by. I've never, ever experienced such a boom in a place that I live.
Well, and what you're experiencing, just as I'm experiencing, the ones of us that live here, and we see this growth that's coming, and some days it's a little scary because it's like, how many more people can we take at one time? But, we're figuring out how to do that. Our friends from the Northeast have now been joined by our friends from California, from central part of the U.S., Chicago. A lot of people are coming here. Taxes, again, were one of the big draws. But now, it's the fact that we just have so many people that are saying, this is where we should be going. We just opened an office in New Delhi, India. This is our Berkshire Hathaway franchise. So an established real estate firm in New Delhi has now affiliated with Berkshire Hathaway. And last month, they invited me to be a part of their celebration to announce that they were going to become part of the Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices family. And when we finished the call, I realized that I was the only one on this call from the U.S. This was a Zoom, and so we got to see each other, and I could see myself on a 30-foot screen on a stage in New Delhi. And so I asked someone afterwards, I said, well, how did we get chosen? And he said, oh, they chose you. And I said, what do you mean? I don't know anybody there. And they said, oh no, they wanted somebody from Miami to be on this program. And so I thought, well, that again is more confirmation that the whole world wants what we have.
Absolutely, and we have a lot, a lot. Any final thoughts?
Well, just that we see more growth ahead. I think that this is a perfect time for sellers to sell if they have been thinking about that.
I've even thought about it.
And for buyers, our interest rates are the lowest in history. This is the time for buyers to buy as well. Even though a buyer may think, well, gee, we're getting, prices are going up, maybe it's going to be too high, maybe they're going to fall, maybe I'll wait and see what happens. I tell everybody, interest rates are going to come up at some point.
They will.
And the interesting little metric about that is if the interest rate goes up 1%, it erodes your borrowing power by 11%. So if interest rates go up 1%, and the price would have to come down 11% to equal that out. So,
Ron, thank you so much.
Thank you, Olga. It's been fun.
Appreciate your time. And coming up, we're going to take a look at an amazing estate for sale in the Florida Keys. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely. I've been there.
Oh, is that amazing?
Gorgeous.
Breathtaking. You don't want to miss it.